Spoiler. Although I'm sure that you guys can have picked that together. Do, do. What? Soft sunlight filters through my window, warming my cheek. The distant melody of birdsong is nearly drowned out by the annoying blare of my alarm. Okay, I get it. I roll away from the window and see 7 a.m. flash on my clock. That can't be right, can it? Commence operation 5 more minutes. No, I tend to get up when my alarm goes off. Although, with the new phone, it scared the crap out of me because I wasn't expecting it. But, yes it can. Time to get up. I turn off my alarm. I've never been a morning person, but I actually don't feel as tired as I normally would. I'm even feeling kind of energized. Like the Energizer button. Jet lag works in mysterious ways, I guess. At least I won't be late on my first day. I push myself out of bed. I automatically begin my morning ritual. Without thinking, I grab my jeans and have them halfway up my legs before I notice the uniform slung over my chair. I don't see no uniform right there. Crap! This will take some getting used to. I slip off my pants and grab my uniform. I'll admit, as far as uniforms go, these aren't that bad. They're a little too flashy for my taste and not at all what I was expecting, but the cut is flattering and the teal stripes look pretty cool. I face the mirror to fix my tie. Oh, well, I can't tie a tie. The knot could be better, but there haven't been many opportunities in which I needed to wear a tie. I still look damn good, which is all that matters. After a quick check to make sure I have all my things, I head downstairs. I soon arrive in the kitchen, eager to begin my day. Waking up successfully at this hour feels kind of like a big accomplishment. Nikki stifles a yawn and she sets down a plate of eggs and toast. Suddenly, I don't feel so accomplished. Did you make one for me too? She blinks in surprise and takes a moment for her to respond.
As a matter of fact, I did.
She grins, places another plate down on the table.
Look at you, big bro. Waking up bright and early. You're taking starting over to the next level.
Hey, I try. Where's Uncle Kaido?
He already left for work, so we'll have to lock up when we leave.
I nod and she sidles over to me wearing a plainful look. In her white shirt and plaid skirt, she does a little twirl and looks expectantly at me.
So?
Oh my god. Well, two options here. She does look cute. This is gonna make my job hard. Or, my little sister can't be cute. I'm pretty sure that's the title of an anime, isn't it? I don't know. I think so. So do I be the grumpy older brother, or do I be the very over-the-top brother? You know what I mean? This is me. I cross my arms and scowl. No.
No.
No, that won't work.
What's wrong?
Worry furrows her brow as Nikki starts fidgeting with her uniform. Oh, nothing. I was just trying to figure out the best way to bring my gear to your school. She raises her brow in question. Well, how else am I going to keep all the boys away from you? She giggles and a soft pink tinges her cheeks.
You're being ridiculous.
I'm even considering writing your school a strongly worded letter.
Oh no, let it not come to that.
I smile, but Nikki sees the concern in my eyes.
I'll be fine. I'm a big girl now. I can handle myself.
Yeah, you're right. But as an older brother, my instinct is to protect her, even if she doesn't really need that protection anymore. We finish our meal in silence, and with Nikki occasionally shooting hurried glances my way. I wolf down my food and gather my stuff, then meet Nikki by the door.
How are you going to get to the academy?
My bike! My motorcycle, obviously.
Oh, you don't need a permit then? I remember you were worrying about that.
Permit? I completely forgot! Shit! I'll need a parking permit for my bike, but they should have visitor parking, which I can use if I can find a spot. So, what should I do? Should I take the motorcycle anyway and hope for the best, or should I take the bus today and take my bike once I got my permit? Motorcycle, motorcycle. I'm sure it'll be fine if I take my bike. There must be at least some form of parking that doesn't require a permit. Yeah, I'll take my bike.
Oh, right, of course. I'd forgotten how much you cried when it was taken
Hoi!
away.
Hoi! Very funny. Now I might not offer you a ride.
Even if you did, I'd still have to pass. I need to figure out how to navigate around Yusukase sometime, right?
Really? Being seen on a bike like mine would automatically make you the most popular girl in school. You sure you want to pass up such a great opportunity?
Please. You met me. With my handsome smile and ample charm, I don't need your bike to be popular.
Ooh, shots fired. Whatever you say. Nikki heads towards the bus stop and waves goodbye.
Good luck on your first day.
You too. After partying with Nikki, I make my way to the garage. I can't believe I even considered the bus a possibility when my baby is waiting here for me. My heart pounds in anticipation as the garage door crawls open and bathes my pride and joy in a halo of soft light. Ah! The way the sun sparkles off the polished metal nearly brings tears. Good lord, dude. Brings tears to my eyes. I tenderly caress the bike's smooth curves. We've been apart for so long, but now we're finally reunited. Reunited, and it feels so good. I'll never leave you again, I promise. Huh! Vaulting from the back of the bike, I drop into the seat with a soft thumb. Still as comfy as ever. My hands sit on the handles. As I go through the nuances of preparation, I get the feeling I'm forgetting something important. Something that will protect my brain from becoming pavement paste. Helmets are a good accessory. The ladies will already know I'm a badass, but the helmet covering my face adds a flavor or a mystery which chicks dig. They'll want to know who's that sexy guy on that sexy bike. And when I take off my helmet and flash them my winning smile, the only thing I'll need to worry about is catching them as they swoon. I love it. As the helmet slips over my head, my vision momentarily darkens. Then the HUD illuminates my visor with digital scrolling text and numbers sharing more information and application than I need. I remember reading about the original helmets, which did nothing more than protect your head. I can't even imagine using such primitive technology. Now even the most standard helmet includes a GPS as well as speed monitors and music players. I turn the key in the ignition, the roar of the motor sends a shiver down my spine. Perfect. I revved my bike several times, enjoying the sound before driving into the street. This is the life. Nothing beats the thrill of the open road. Hot damn, I look good. Look at that. I take full advantage of my helmet's capabilities. With a glance, I can see how fast my vehicle is going and how fast the vehicles surrounding me are going. There's even a feature that will alert me if I'm in danger of being hit. The speakers are embedded on the inside of my helmet right next to my ears, providing optimal acoustics for music. Some might argue that is a safety issue, but I have the sense to keep the volume low. Look at the jeans. Traffic is in my favor, and I make good progress. The stoplight ahead of me is green, perfect. Hopefully it stays that way long. Say green. Oh! Actually, not that far. I'll be a close haul. I'm pretty sure I can still make it. I tighten my grip on the handles and then I can make it. I slam on the gas, which roars with an arena state. I'm almost home, just a little bit more. Wah! I see a flash of red hair out of the corner of my eye, swerving to the side and narrowly avoid as soon as that was a close one. She topples backwards and her belongings scatter across a good portion of the crossing. She blinks at me in a daze, but that quickly replaced with the scariest looking face I've ever seen. This is my fault. Are you okay? The heat of her color could melt my helmet. Alright, the helmet. I probably sound like a muffled alien with this thing on. Let's try it again. I take off my helmet. Are you okay? Here, let me help. I extend my hand towards her, but she swats it away.
Don't touch me!
She takes several deep breaths and heaves herself unsteadily to her feet. Once she finds her footing, she dusts off her uniform. Suddenly she whirls on me. Oh god.
Are you blind? You could have killed me!
I'm really...
What were you thinking? I swear, these days, any idiot can get a license.
She gestures at her book strewn across the road.
Look at what you've done!
It's not a pretty sight. She runs her hand through her hair with growing frustration. Whenever I try and apologize, she interrupts me with another verbal beating. She's a fiery one, that's for sure. I don't deserve this barrage of insults, but I can't understand her anger and frustration. I admit I'm in the wrong, so I'll bite my tongue and take the abuse. She takes a deep breath and stoops to pick up her things. It'll take for her to gather forever for her to gather all of this stuff by herself. I wheel my bike to the side of the road and trying to help her, but whenever I pick something up, she snatches it out of my hands. I need to get her attention so I can make things right. I pick up a book, and before she can snatch it, I offer it to her.
Huh? What?
Her gaze flicks back and forth from me to the book, her eyes narrowing the longer she does so.
Why are you still here? Haven't you caused enough trouble?
She steals the book out of my hands. Look, I'm really sorry. She folds her arms, the fire easy in her eyes. So, can I help you? She shrugs and drops the book, I return back into her bag.
Whatever. Do what you want.
I think that's her way of saying yes. I jump right into gathering her fallen items. It's not long before we're done. She checks her bag.
Everything.
An uncomfortable silence follows between us. She gazes down at her feet for a moment. The previous hostility is gone. I mean, she looks annoyed, but not in the I'm about to bludgeon you to death with my books and dump your body in the sewer kind of way.
Thanks. I guess. Even if this is all your fault to begin with.
I rub the back of my head with a sheepish grin. No problem. Again, I'm really sorry for all this.
Whatever. I'm going to be late if I stand around chatting to an idiot like you all day. Bye.
Rude. She shoulders past me and marches away at a brisk pace. I soon lose her as she turns the corner. Well, that was something. I head back to my bike, confident that I did the right thing. Ish. Whew. After a fairly short trip, I arrive at the academy and search for a parking spot. Every spot in the vast parking lot is taken by some form of vehicle. Apparently everyone else drove in today too. Seriously? It seems like there's a vehicle here for every frickin' student. I'm just about ready to give up when I see it. A seagull free spot. A wave of giddy emotion threatens to burst out of me. I can practically see a holy ray of light shining down on it, accompanied by an angelic choir. I wheel my bike closer than freeze. At the front of the space, staked into the ground, is a sign that states, "Reserved parking for pass holders only." Of course. Just my luck. With a groan, I start pulling my bike back. Guess I'd better... Wait, hold on. I glance around at the parking lot. It's completely devoid of life, which means... honestly, I'd probably say that one's still... It's still not my spike to... It's still not my thought to take. I'll find parking off-site. Following the signs, I drive my bike past the rows of reserved spaces. After what seems like an eternity, I finally find an empty, unmarked spot. I pull in, hop off the bike, and glance back the way I came. My heart sinks at how small the grand buildings on the campus look. This is not going to be a fun walk back. With no other option, I begin my long trek back to campus and make it back just in time to find my class. Whew. I pull up the map of the campus on my phone. Luckily, the routes are routes. Is it routes or routes? Are easy to follow, and I'm soon standing before the auditorium. Thank God for technology. I take a deep breath, steeling my nerves, and firmly push open the doors to the auditorium. After a quick scan of the room, I select a seat near the back. I can tell this is the first year introductory class based on how spread out the students are and how quiet the room is. I hate that I have to take the intro classes again. Some of my electives from C, I, and Y do not encompass the full scope of course material. Whatever that means. A hush blankets the auditorium as a man strides to the front of the room.
Good morning. This is Paladin 101. Is everyone where you are supposed to be?
The professor waits patiently as a handful of students shuffle towards the nearest exit. I yawn and watch them leave with disinterest. He drags a web page from his tablet onto the screen behind him.
This is the class web link. Consider this portal as your lifeline for the course. You will find all your assignments and readings here, as well as your current grade in the course. You can find my contact information in the tab marked Contact. My office hours are listed, so please do not hesitate to stop by. Even I get lonely at times, and I appreciate visitors.
That comment got a couple of weak chuckles from the room. Memorize the information. I automatically store the information into my memory.
Now that we've gotten all the boring stuff out of the way, I'm sure you're all eager to learn more about the qualifier exams on Friday.
The class visibly perks up.
The qualifier exam will not only register you as an active pilot, but will also provide you with your team ranking. I'm sure you've already picked out your teams by now, but I'd still like to remind you all that each team must have a minimum of 4 people in order to qualify.
A hand shoots up from the middle of the room.
Yes?
Are you sure exams are this Friday? That only gives us 2 days to find a team.
Soft snickers fill the room. The student visibly shrinks from all the eyes now focused on him.
The majority of students who began their first year here at Ace Academy are aware of the timeline for the qualifier exams and use their summers to form a team and prepare. In the past, we had extended the preparation time before the exam, but found that the majority of students did not need nor want the extra days, so we adjusted our schedules accordingly.
But what about those of us who didn't know about the qualifier ahead of time? What do we do?
Run like hell.
I suggest you get to work finding yourself a team. Any other questions?
The student scowls but shakes his head.
Good. The qualifier exam will pit your team's starting 4 against 4 AI gears. You would then be assigned a ranking based upon your overall performance relative to the other teams. Don't worry if you can't defeat all the AI gears. They are programmed to be extremely difficult to beat. Please ensure your gear is in pristine condition for battle. All exams are demonstrated live instead of in a simulator to most accurately gauge ability. Any questions?
He is answered with silence.
Let's get started then. Please check the webpage for your assignment and have them complete for the next class. Welcome to Ace Academy. I hope you all have a great rest of the day.
A thunder of chairs scrape along the floor as students file out of the class. Those who remain chat animatedly in small groups. Yawning, I wait for the crowd in front of the door to thin before making my way out of the room. Once I'm by the door, a snippet of nearby conversation catches my attention.
Hey, did you see what they brought into the hangar today?
Yeah, that ancient looking thing? I'll be amazed if it still works. Where the hell do you even find something like that? They fished it out of the ocean.
The students laugh loudly. I have a sinking feeling I know what they're talking about. As I hurry out across the room, I check my phone and am excited to see an email notification. I eagerly read through the email. It's just a note letting me know my gear has been registered and now I have access to the hangar. Yes! Well, that certainly makes things easy for me. At CINY, I spent days going through the registration process. We had to submit all the paperwork ourselves, and of course nobody in the administration office was ever helpful. Satisfied, I put away my phone and make my way to the hangar. I bring out the map on my phone and touch the hangar, which lights up. Soon pulsating red lights dot the path from my current location to the hangar. It's a bit of a trek away from the heart, but I make good time. I scan my ID card and walk in. I follow a long hallway which leads to a grand space filled with towering gears. Every one of them is sleek, refined, and updated with the latest model of accessories and weapons. They weren't kidding when they said Japan was a leader in mecha tech. I walk past several rows of gear until... Ooh, I am reunited with Eagle. A crowd of students surround it. They speak in hushed tones but break into snickers when they notice me. I push my way towards them, but they disperse before I can even reach them. Most are trying to hide their laughter and failing miserably. I give my gear a detailed inspection to make sure it didn't suffer any dings or damages through the transit. So far, so good. My gear may be a bit bulkier than the others, but it's in great working condition, which ultimately is what matters. The colors are still bright too. I wonder if they polished it for me or if it's always looked this good.
The other guys might laugh at your gear, but I sense that it's different.
Eh?
Spirit. Something that makes it stand out amongst the others. Yes, I can feel this one is truly special indeed.
I didn't notice the student beside me. His arms are folded and he's nodding with closed eyes as if he's saying something truly deep and meaningful. Damn right it's something special. Shuffle away from the... Can I help you? He seems harmless enough. Sort of. I may as well see what he wants. I might even be able to ask some questions of my own afterwards. Hey, can I help you there? Do you need something?
Oh, right.
He seems almost surprised as if he'd forgotten why he came. He fidgets so much I wonder if he's nervous.
The name's Sho. Sho Shinjiro. Pleased to meet you.
He thrusts out his hand in the greeting, grinning from ear to ear. I cautiously shake his hand. Hi, I'm Flash Kenshin.
You're a second-year pilot too, right?
Yeah, how did you...
Not that many students transfer during second year, you know? You're the talk of the pilot's lounge, a mysterious foreign transfer student.
That would explain the interest around my gear, I guess. I didn't quite live up to their expectation. I'm not sure what they were expecting, though.
And I deduced that you are this transfer student.
I wonder what gave me away. It couldn't possibly have been my magnificent golden locks.
I've gotta say, I thought you'd be taller.
He starts comparing our heights with his hands and is a bit disappointed to find we're about the same height. Again, just what were they expecting? We don't all look like Leonardo DiCaprio. I think his perception of America is a bit skewed.
Anyway, you're new here, which means you're not part of a team yet, right?
Right. That's been on my mind since the class ended. I nod, almost certain I know what he's about to say next.
Well, it just so happens that my team is lacking that oh-so-vital fourth member we need to be able to compete.
He looks at me hopefully, then leans in close. A little too close. Personal space, buddy!
You see where I'm going with this, don't you? Basically what I'm saying is, you should join my team because we're awesome.
I'd say yes. Sure. What the hell, he seems friendly enough. Plus, I'm not exactly in a position to be picky about whose team I join. Sure, why not?
Now that's what I'm talking about, brosif.
Excitement brightens his face. I'll admit the feeling is somewhat infectious.
Come on, our lounge is that way. I'll introduce you to the team.
Oh, Shu and I, Xiao. I already forgot how you pronounce it. Xiao and I start making our way down the hall.
Now, where should I start? All right, so there's this girl.
Xiao talks the entire way to the lounge. He's constantly interrupting himself and going off on tangents, so I only catch about half of what he's saying. We navigate the tunnels and eventually reach the exit. Xiao opens the door and ushers me through the small with a flourish. The lounge is filled with groups of pilots. I guess everyone is catching up with their team. Xiao squeezes between the groups and I follow him towards the back corner of the room. He pauses in front of two girls. The one with the dark hair stares at her feet as soon as she knows it's Xiao, while the one with the red hair continues chatting on her cell phone. Xiao mounts in towards the dark-haired girl.
This is Mayu. She's the coolest person on this team. Don't tell Carrie I said that.
He glances at the redhead, who isn't paying the slightest bit of attention to us. Mayo blushes deeply.
That's not true.
It's nice to meet you, Mayo. I'm Flash. I smile and I hold out my hand. She wrinkles her brow in confusion, then gingerly shakes my hand and continues to shake it. Yeah. She immediately drops her hand and returns her gaze to the floor. Xiao turns towards the redhead.
Hey, quit being rude.
Her gaze shifts to him and his smile falters.
I mean, will you be done soon? I'd like you to meet someone.
She
I
frowns
need to call you back.
and snaps her phone shut.
So, this is Cowrie.
Something about that sound seems familiar, especially with that hair. Oh no.
You!
What are the odds that we run into each other again? I apologize. Look, about earlier, I really am...
Forget it.
She waves her hand dismissively. I don't want there to be any hard feet. She stares at me and crosses her arms as if daring me to defy her.
I told you to forget it.
Xiao glances back and forth between us.
Bro, why didn't you tell me you two were already friends?
Well, actually...
Shut up!
I instinctively pause. Who knew a girl so petite could be so terrifying? Oh, wrong button. She glares at Xiao, who is already cowering and protecting his head.
Don't hurt me!
Cowrie rolls her eyes.
He and I are not friends.
Okay. So, like I said, this is Cowrie, and this is...
Flash.
Right.
Cowrie nods.
So...
She shrugs.
It's not like we have much choice anyway.
Sweet. You're on the team, bro.
I like it. Thanks. I think.
So, you're probably wondering why we need another member.
Actually, I hadn't, but now that he mentioned it. Yeah, kind of.
Basically, Cowrie and I were part of this super awesome team, stopped being awesome, so we left.
Wow, Sho. For once you didn't ramble.
He feigns offense.
You wound me. All my stories are brief. Remember when I told you about my one birthday where everyone showed up wearing the same clothes as me?
He turns to me.
Actually, it's a pretty good story. So basically, I grew up in this kind of... Mayu knows what I'm talking about.
Don't encourage him.
Mayu smiles faintly.
Anyway, the point is, we used to be on a team, but left because the team was turning into something we didn't agree with.
Except Mayu. She's a first year.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she got a whole bunch of invites to other teams, but decided to join us. We're pretty
Ooh,
lucky to
my
have
belly
her.
is grumbling. How come you chose this team? Mayu shifts uncomfortably under my gaze.
I trust Sho.
I wait for her to say more, but she doesn't. Kaoru taps her foot impatiently.
So, now that you know all that, are you in?
They're all a little strange on their own, but I think I can learn to get along with them. Even Kaoru. Yeah, I'm in.
Great.
I've spent too
Oh.
much time talking to you and I need to get home.
With a short wave, she heads out.
We should get going too.
Mayu nods. Yeah, me too.
We'll see you tomorrow?
Yeah, see ya. We wave our goodbye and go our separate ways. I think that's a good place to end the first episode. Hopefully you guys liked, and I'll see you around for another one. Bye-bye.